of progress here at Camp Taylor Memorial Park. Camp Taylor Memorial Park has been part of our amazing Louisville park system since 1940. Like other parks throughout our city, it's provided generations of families with a place to gather, to play, and to make memories for 80 plus years. And as I've said so many times and will continue to say and continue to focus on, our parks are so important to our city. I believe in our parks. They're vital to enhancing the quality of life for families across our entire city. They're vital for improving our physical and mental well-being. They're vital to promote sustainability throughout our city. They improve public safety. They improve our economy. They improve our quality of life everywhere. And now that we're getting closer to summer, that schools are out, our parks are more important than ever for families across our city to enjoy. Whether people want to enjoy a place for walking trails, to play basketball, to play pickleball or tennis or futsal, as we saw at Iroquois yesterday in the new parks, the courts that we have there. And also a place to recreate with water, to enjoy splash pads, to enjoy places to swim. Hopefully I don't get stung by this wasp that's enjoying our park system as well. Well, when it comes to pools, this pool here at Camp Taylor was built in the 1960s. It served families for generations. And then it fell into disrepair, and it's been closed since 2019. We saw something similar happen with our pool at Algonquin Park in the West End, where that pool was in such poor condition that we had to close it down last summer. It was unfortunately necessary, but I'm thrilled that my colleagues on Metro Council agree with my administration and me that we had to do something. We had to bring those pools back to life better than ever because of their importance to the communities they serve, to our entire city. The people who depend on the parks here at on the pool here at Camp Taylor, on the pool at Algonquin Park, deserve much better. And so that's what we're here today to celebrate. And that's why last December, I'm thrilled that Metro Council supported my recommendation to reallocate $20 million in American Rescue Plan funding towards our parks and our libraries. And $9 million of that funding is being devoted to the pool renovations right here at Camp Taylor and at Algonquin Park. So Pat, I want to thank Councilman Mulvihill and all of his colleagues on Metro Council that supported this investment and supported our continued partnership to improve our parks, to improve our pools across the city. Earlier this year, we had a great groundbreaking celebration at Algonquin Park, and we highlighted the great pool that's being built there. And today, we want to focus on this pool right here at Camp Taylor and look ahead to the future. And as you can see, while it might not be pretty now, progress is being made. We are on the path to a new pool at Camp Taylor Park. Significant progress has already being made. You can see the demolition is in progress, and our partners at National Environmental Contracting are doing the demolition on site right now. And we're in the process of evaluating bids for the full construction of the brand new facility that is going to bring a brand new and amazing improved experience for families to enjoy here at Camp Taylor for the next generation. You can see the beautiful rendering here. Going to include a family slide, a zero-depth entry ramp, a kids' play area, and a state-of-the-art pool house that you can all see here for families to enjoy. Updates here at Camp Taylor, just like the updates at Algonquin, will be open for people to enjoy next summer. And we look forward to celebrating the reopening of these two swimming pools and once again seeing children, families, people of all ages enjoying these world-class public pools that we have at Camp Taylor and Algonquin Park. So by next summer, we will have 4 public pools open throughout our city, and we will continue to invest in more in the years to come. I want to give a special thanks to our Parks Director, Jason Canuel, and to Ben Johnson, and to everyone else on our awesome Louisville Parks and Recreation team who has been involved in making these projects a reality. We can't wait for next summer to be here. and for folks to enjoy all of our public swimming pools. For this summer, we encourage people to enjoy the pools that are open at Fairdale and Sun Valley, and to enjoy the splash parks around the rest of our community. Starting this weekend, those 2 pools will be open throughout the summer, 6 days a week from noon to 5 p.m. Fairdale is closed on Mondays, and Sun Valley is closed on Wednesdays. So every day of the week, families will have at least 1, if not 2, public pools to enjoy. For more information on those park hours, you can always visit our website at bestparksever.com or follow Parks and Recreation, Louisville Parks and Recreation, on social media to find more information on these pools, on the spray grounds, on summer camps, on all of the other great activities that we have at our public parks and in our recreation center. And now I'd like to introduce a champion of this project, a huge supporter of public parks, whether it's in his District 10 that we're in today or anywhere else around the city, and that's Councilman Pat Mulvihill. Councilman?
Thank you all for being here today, and thank you, Mayor Greenberg. It's a long time coming. Yes. You said 2019, but for me, Camp Taylor goes back a lot longer than that. As a young child, about 5 years old, this is where I learned to swim. And my legislative aide, Jeff Wool, who was a lifeguard at the time, would tell you Camp Taylor's needed a lot of help for a lot of years. Back even in those days, we're talking 1975, 76, this pool every night would lose about a foot of water. And so when we take swimming lessons, my mom would come and be early in the morning, about 8 a.m. You'd be like, man, it's 95 out here, but I get in that water and it's like freezing cold. I'm like, doesn't the water stay warm here? Now I realize why, because it was always leaking. And Jeff would say he'd come on duty and have to refill it. So with this new and improved pool, finally, and that's now, I don't want to say too much of my age, but that's been 5 decades almost, we're going to finally get a world-class, state-of-the-art, great facility for swimming here, centrally located, not just because it's in District 10, it's centrally located in this community. It's easy to get here. There's TARC routes, there's I-65 that's close, and there's I-264. But I think what's really important about swimming in this community, and we don't talk about this enough, those, unfortunately, infants, and I call them infants, 1 to 4, it's the leading cause of death in the United States, is drowning. For those ages 5 to 14, it's the second leading cause of death. Those are somber numbers, but we can do better. I learned to swim here, and I'm hoping in the future to come, especially in 2025, I think when this will be open, I will not be councilman then, but I hope to come back and at least visit, maybe swim, and also be here for that grand opening. But I think it'll give folks an opportunity to learn to swim like I did, and hopefully that water will be a little warmer. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much, Councilman Mulvihill, for your continued support, and I'm excited to join you in doing cannonballs when we reopen this pool. The water might be cold when we reopen it next summer, but I'll be right there with you. So many folks from Park Recreation have worked to make this a reality on the planning, now in the construction, as we mentioned earlier, working with the National Environmental Contracting that's doing the demolition, that's worked to get a construction team in place and going through that bid process now, that's working with PLC Management, our owner's rep. And that team has been led by Jason Canuel. Jason has dedicated countless hours to improving the pool here at Camp Taylor, the pool at Algonquin, and throughout so many other amenities throughout all of our parks. So please join me in welcoming our Parks Director, Jason Canuel.
I want to thank everybody for being here. This has been a long time coming. You all can see behind us a whole lot of progress is being made with the demolition. As the mayor kind of pointed out, as we progress with this project, we do have the construction bids in the evaluation phase right now. So hopefully the next couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, we can have a decision made and make that announcement that we've got a general contractor on board. But I do want to say thank you to a whole lot of people. PLC Management with Chris Carmichael. It's been a world of knowledge to help us out with this project. Obviously, Metro Council as well as the administration, Mayor Greenberg. But a special shout out to our ARP team, the Rescue Plan Funds, Ken Hildebrand and his folks, Jeff Ryan King, sorry. And Crystal Atkinson, it's been a huge help. There's a whole lot of people behind the scenes that make something like this happen. And I could not be more thrilled today for the department to sit here and say that we're going to have 2 brand new state-of-the-art pools. Something I never thought in my 14 years with being at Parks and Recreation that I'd ever be able to say. So again, we can't thank the council, the administration, ARP team, and all the engineers and architects that are behind this project. So thank you all very much. We look forward to seeing you all next summer, hopefully right around Memorial Day for the ribbon cutting, and like to see some cannonballs. All right, thanks.
Thanks, Jason. And also another great member of our parks team that's been so involved in programming at our pools this summer, at our parks around the city, and they'll be very involved in programming here once this pool opens next summer, is our Assistant Director of Parks, Ben Johnson, who works in so many ways, particularly this time of year, to help kids stay active, engaged, and connected in so many safe and healthy ways through our parks and recreation systems and community centers and pools to these kids. So Ben, please join us and say a few words about some of the programmings that kids can enjoy.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, good afternoon. Again, echo the thanks to the mayor, to Metro Council, to the art partners, what have you. So also want to thank the recreation team, led by Keith Smith, Scott Reisinger, Bethany Darnell. They are, if anybody's excited about this project, they are. I want to thank Jason because he's doing the hard work. I get the easy part. When all this is cleaned up, we fill it with water, then we get the program. So that's definitely the fun part. And as the mayor said, even in the interim, we have some different programs that we are instituting this summer at our other pools and in partnership. Some Learn to Swim, some Safe Swim. We have some programs for little ones. We have some programs for seniors. As you said, go to bestparksever.com to look at those. And it is a very important skill set. Young people are really interested in water and they're fearless, so we have to make sure that they're prepared. There were some programs that were available previously that we're looking at bringing back, working in partnership with JCPS to make sure certain grade levels absolutely learn to swim. They learn water safety because it is extremely important. It takes very little water and very little time for an exciting time to turn into a tragedy, and we don't want that for anyone. So we are extremely excited about it. You all, I'm assuming you all were there when we did the Algonquin piece. Now we're out here at Camp Taylor. And even for me professionally, this is important. We have a couple of community centers within 10 minutes of this location. So not having as many pools affects our summer programming as well. And we absolutely want every child to be exposed to the water. We want every child to learn how to swim. We want seniors to learn how to swim as well. So you're never too old to learn. And now, next summer, we'll have 2 other wonderful facilities where you will be able to do that. And as Jason said, and as my aquatics team says all the time, this is truly a dream come true. And that one that a lot of us never thought would happen, because this is a pretty high price tag. So in closing, again, I want to thank the mayor for his support. I want to thank Metro Council for their support and backing. And you can't be but so excited because it takes a long time, but I am tremendously excited about what we're going to be able to see and do and provide for the entire community, as the councilman said, very conveniently located next summer. So thank you all for coming out and look forward to seeing you next year.
Thanks, Ben. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much, Ben. There are 2 other folks that I would like to recognize, one related to pools, and then we've got one other special guest. And that is, as we were talking about earlier, Metro Council has been so supportive of this investment here at Camp Taylor, the new pool in Algonquin Park, and it continues investments in not just pools, but so many other upgrades, improving the quality of our parks, the existing infrastructure that we have at our amazing Louisville park system. Councilwoman Cindy Fowler has been a leading champion for all of these investments in our parks, and particularly when it comes to pools. Since I started running for mayor, my conversations with Councilwoman Fowler have included her passion for continued investment in this so that more families have opportunities to enjoy public pools like they do in her district at the Sun Valley Pool. So please join me in welcoming a champion for public pools, a champion for our park system, Councilwoman Cindy Fowler.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm so happy to be here. It took us 5 years to get here. We have been working since 2019 when it was announced that all 4 of our outdoor pools would be closed as part of budget cuts. And so it is with great pride that I see this happening today. Took a while to get here. I appreciate the mayor and his push and making it happen. We put $5 million in ARP money towards this pool and Algonquin, and then filled in the gaps elsewhere. So it's a great day in Louisville, and I look forward to building more pools in the coming years. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Fowler. Now, before we get to questions from the media, I'm going to go off topic for a moment. Councilman Mulvihill earlier talked about transitions and his next chapter. He's not going to be the councilman representing District 10 when this pool opens. We're excited to work with future Councilwoman Josie Raymond, who's running unopposed in November. I know she's a strong supporter of this as well. Change happens on Metro Council, in organizations as well. And I want to ask my communications director, Scotty Ellis, to join for a second. And I want to thank Scotty. Scotty, as many of you all in the media know and in my administration, has been such a valuable member of our team. And she has accepted a position outside of Metro government, and on June 13th is going to be leaving our administration. And Scotty, I just wanted to publicly thank you while we're together and all of your friends, in front of all your friends in the media. I wanted to thank you so much for your amazing contributions. Scotty and I did not know each other before this position, but she has been an amazing part of our team, has contributed so much to me personally, professionally, to our entire administration. Her legacy will live on long after her time in the administration. I'm excited for her next chapter. She is doing what is best for her and her family. She has my full 100% support, as I know she does all of my other colleagues in our leadership team. And Scotty, I just wanted to say thank you so much for everything you have contributed, not just to our administration, but to our entire city. Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty Ellis.
I just want to say how grateful I am to Mayor Greenberg. He is an incredible leader, and as he mentioned, we didn't know each other before, but he has since become someone who I would call an equally incredible friend. I have been given this incredible opportunity by him, which I'm very grateful for. It allowed me to meet so many wonderful people across Louisville Metro government who work very hard every day to make this city better for everyone. And I feel very confident that the mayor is going to do very great things for our city and make this an even better place for all of us who call it home. And I just want to thank Mayor for everything he has done for me and for giving me support in this new opportunity. Thank you.
Thanks, Scotty. Thank you so much. Thanks, Scotty. Thanks to Councilman Mulvihill and Councilwoman Fowler, to Jason, to Ben, to everyone else who has made this project a reality, to Scotty, to everyone else in my team who has worked so closely with members of Metro Council, with members of the parks to make projects like this happen. And we are truly just getting started. So excited to be here, so excited for this great news with the Camp Taylor pool renovation. And with that, I'm happy to take any questions. I think we're happy to take any questions about this project first, and then if there are others, I can certainly answer them. But first, are there questions about Camp Taylor Pool?
With ARP money drying up, what are the financial realities of trying to open up more pools past the 4 we've been talking about?
So that's a great question. The ARP funding is, for the most part, committed right now. But as you'll see in the budget that I proposed to Metro Council this year, we're proposing to use local capital dollars to continue our investment in parks, to create new amenities, but also, as importantly, to raise the quality of the existing infrastructure we have in our park system. We need all of our parks to shine 365 days a year. That means improving the quality of the restrooms, making sure that they're well mowed, that our fields are well taken care of, that our courts don't fall into disrepair, to keeping the tree canopy vibrant. All of those things are a part of the commitment that we as a city need to make in our parks, that as long as I'm mayor, I will continue to propose budgets that invest city dollars in our park system. We'll be looking for leveraging those funds with state and federal funds, as we did with a $12 million urban forestry grant to use to help plant trees and improve our tree canopy. We'll continue to work with our partners at Olmsted Parks Conservancy, the Parks Alliance, and the other organizations that are raising philanthropic funds for our park. We cannot stop just because the art money is running out.
Why do you think the budget wasn't focused on schools and parks and recreation?
I have no clue. I can only speak for as long as I've been mayor, and as I mentioned, my conversations with Councilwoman Fowler have focused on investing city and all sorts of any other kinds of funds that we can find in our parks and in our pools. I think some of the best investments that our city makes are in our parks and libraries, and as long as I am mayor, I will continue to support significant investment in our parks and libraries. Either one of you want to talk about that?
Are you planning on any YMCA or
So this summer, there are no plans for for additional funds for those programs that you're talking about. As Ben Johnson mentioned last week, when we had a great new renovation opening of a computer lab at the Southwick Community Center, or whether it's the 2 existing public pools or all of our public parks, there are lots of summer camps and other programming opportunities for youth at our parks. We certainly support our great partners at YMCA, at places like the Boys and Girls Club and other organizations across the community that have those, but we do not have funding this year that I'm aware of. Okay, I'm sorry, Ben's going to correct me.
Yeah, no, and actually we're working on this as we speak, and there will be a press announcement coming out, but there were a few funds remaining from last summer's program, so there is some programming specifically for the Algonquin community to capitalize and to follow up on that. And literally, the mayor didn't know, because when I say I'll probably get back and work on a few emails as soon as I get back to the office, so an announcement will be coming out shortly. But because that was so important to the administration and to the councilwoman in that district, realizing that it's great that these things have started, but there's still that gap to be filled, so there will be some programming specifically in the Algonquin Park community this summer.
Even better.
What are the upgrades to the facility that needs to be
Oh, it's going to be totally different. I mean, as you can see from this rendering here, it's going to have a zero entry line. It's going to have a family slide, a whole new community center right here, and pool house, I should say. So it is going to be a world-class pool that folks from the surrounding neighborhoods and all over the city are going to truly enjoy. You can see that in the rendering here.
This may be
All right.
a question for you, but what do pools provide that splash pads and other?
They provide a few different things. One thing that I did not mention earlier is we are already working on programming now to train lifeguards for the 2 additional pools next year, and we're partnering with the JCPS with, again, another focus on Algonquin, so they provide jobs. Pools provide opportunities, again, to learn how to swim. That's a life-saving activity. It's not, okay, it's fun, but when you go on vacation and you're riding on a boat or a kayak or whatever, so it opens up a whole entirely different world of socialization, of health, things of that nature. Splash pads are fun, particularly for the younger kids, but again, pools also are more family oriented because you get teens. So there's job opportunities, there's health, there's life safety. So it is an entirely different environment. And like I said, being over the community centers, when these 2 pools reopen, that will also provide many more opportunities for us to help our young people recreate, both in our camps and in our open programs. We always do multiple field trips to the pools and to the aquatic centers, and we're making that work as best we can. So, I mean, it's almost endless.
Councilwoman Fowler is going to also add to that, then we'll take one more question. Councilwoman.
So, and you may have said this, Ben, but you can't learn to swim on a spray pad. Yeah.
They are fun, though. Yes, last question. thought the only Scotty we were going to talk about today was Scotty Ellis. So as I have said repeatedly, we needed to let the justice system play out. It has, and it's now time for our city to move forward. All the parties involved in that case are moving forward. Scotty Scheffler has said repeatedly and now is moving forward. LMPD is moving forward, and our city needs to move forward. The PGA Championship was such an amazing event here in our city. We hosted 200,000 people at Valhalla just a few weeks after the record-breaking and historic 150th Kentucky Derby. Our city shines when we bring people together, whether it's for sporting events like the PGA Championship, whether it's music festivals like the Gazebo Festival or Bourbon and Beyond, or whether it's every day in places like our public parks here where we are. And so we're going to continue to focus on those things that bring our city together and can help us move forward. And I'm glad that now the judicial process is complete and we can continue to move forward. Roberto.
I just have one quick question about the other Scotty. This is obviously the second communications record we've done in less than a year. Is this folks moving up and out, or is it indicative of other issues in that part of the
In both cases, folks had other opportunities presented to them. And as you can tell, I'm so supportive of Scotty. Just like anyone, whether they work for me and our administration and the city government, or whether they're working in the private sector, I strongly believe that the best teams are ones where everyone is supported and encouraged to pursue what is best for them and their family. And when other opportunities present themselves, I strongly encourage folks to do what's best for them and their family. And so that's why I am so thankful to the time that we had with Scotty. I'm supportive of her next phase of her career. I'm confident we've got great folks in our communications team, in all the departments, in our entire administration, and we will move forward as we always have been. I don't think this is the sign of anything more than an opportunity that was great for Scotty and her family. Do you want to provide that? Sure.
Yeah, so with Algonquin Pool, we've already awarded the construction contract on that one, and we're currently in the process of shop drawing reviews and getting them all the behind the scenes design submittals reviewed. But I mean, it's a long process from start to finish. But we're going to be under construction hopefully within the next month and a half, and it's going to be under construction from then until first of the year and after. So again, our goal is to have both of these pools open Memorial Day next year, and there's a lot that we have to get done between now and then. So
thank you all.